Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagatgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. How to do the activities of life, how to perform our duties and discharge our responsibilities in our life. Sri Ramakrishna is giving the example of Janaka, the great sage, and as a king, he performed all the duties keeping the mind on God. We saw various aspects of how we are going to keep mind on God, or God in our mind, to lodge Him, to make Him dwell constantly in our heart and in our mind. Through love, we invoke Him in our heart of hearts, the core of our existence, from which is the pivot of my existence. From there, His presence spreads throughout my whole existence. Just like life, my existence. I have an existence, and one part is physical existence, body-mind complex, which belongs to nature. I have my spiritual existence, the pure existence as Atman, as the spirit, spiritual and secular bodily existence, which belongs to Prakriti and that belongs to the Chaitanya Purusha. So, I have this existence. My whole existence of the aspect of Prakriti, my own Chaitanyik existence, it is constantly moving. From as Chaitanya, I am moving as an individual consciousness, Vyashti Chaitanya, as Samashti Chaitanya, and as the Shuddha Chaitanya, I am the Brahman. As the Samashti Chaitanya, I am one with God. The I being Brahman is Advaita. I being part and parcel of God, the personal aspect of God, the Vishwa Chaitanya, the Samashti Chaitanya, I am part of it. As a being, living being, I am part of God. So this is Vishishta-dvaita, and my bodily existence is there. This is Dvaitic aspect of my existence. I have conscious Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya, I am part of the cosmic Chaitanya, I have the Vyashti Chaitanya, and exists individual consciousness, separate consciousness, as if I am divided and separated into from the Absolute. But the inner channels connecting will ever remain. So, Dvaita, Vishishta-dvaita, Advaita experiences. As we travel from the bodily separation, my leaving the physical, all aspects of nature, my separating from the bodily existence, I go to the Advaitic experience. When I expand to the cosmic level, my consciousness, just imagine you are every day, you are awake, you withdraw, you enter into sleep, dream state. In dream state, your consciousness is withdrawn only from physical body, gross body. Then from subtle body, mind, senses and all withdraw, you will enter into deep sleep, sushupti. Jagrat, swapna, sushupti, your individual consciousness is expressing. I identify with all the three, I am in waking state. I withdraw from the physical and remain identified with the other two, Sukshma and Karana, I am in dream state. I withdraw from the Sukshma Sharira also, then I am in the deep sleep state. So, Jagra, so I am projecting and withdrawing. This withdrawal and expansion, who is doing? The individual consciousness. This individual consciousness is Jivatman. When I view only this individual consciousness which is associated with the three state of existence, waking, dreaming and deep sleep, I feel myself independent. I am Chaitanya, but because there is limitation of the bodily, still when I am in deep sleep, I come back. I go from one body to the another body. This existence, when I am aware of this existence, I feel I am separate from God. I want to get permanently dissociated from this Prakriti or be associated so deeply with God through love that world becomes a heaven for me. So this is Advaithic experience. Then I have my consciousness expands to the cosmic level. I see whole universe, I am pervading. At that time, I am inseparable part of the cosmic existence. The one Chaitanya, the cosmic Chaitanya, the cosmic Chaitanya, that is the cosmic consciousness, C capital consciousness, is pervading through all bodies as individual consciousness. Through the animal body, through birds, through insects, the same Chaitanya is projecting as individual Chaitanya, pervading that body-mind complex. So this, when I see this, I am inseparable part because I am stretching into waking, dreaming and deep sleep. And from behind, I am one with the cosmic Chaitanya. This experience is called Vishishtadvaita experience. That is, I am inseparable part of God, just like leaf and tree or branch and tree. Tree, the whole thing is tree. I am a branch, I am a leaf. So leaf sometime may separate and go away, but I cannot go away like branch. I will be ever with the tree. So this is Vishishtadvaitic experience. Still ahead, I transcend the whole nature, the cosmic existence and go beyond into the transcendental existence. I dissolve like river going and dissolving in the ocean, loses all its separateness. It is no more river. Suppose Ganga flows into the ocean. Till it enters into ocean, it is Ganga. The moment it enters into ocean, Nama Rupe Vihaya, giving up the Nama Rupa, it becomes one with the Absolute, the ocean of Satchidananda. When we experience, that is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi, in that we see we are spreading into the absolute existence. I become that, one with it. So that is called Advaitic experience. So we pass through from the Deha Bhava to Jiva Bhava, from Jiva Bhava to Atma Bhava. So as Atman I have existence, as the individual consciousness inseparable from God I have existence, and I have the existence of being individual consciousness associated with the bodily bonds. So I have my existence, the whole existence at the bodily, with the bodily existence, the whole, the Prakriti and the Chaitanya together, my whole existence now at this stage of my life. When I'm not in, I am when I am in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, not in why I am in when I am in Savikalpa Samadhi, but normal, numb, present condition. My whole existence is revolving, everything is changing, my bodily existence is changing, the universe is changing. This change, constant changing on what is my pivot of my existence. This existence in which I am passing through the three states and my spiritual evolution is going on, towards the absolute I am going. All this is happening on the pivot, and that pivot is God. So on God I am revolving. There must be a base on which anything revolves. So now planets are revolving around the sun, as space as the Adhara. Like that, what is my Adhara is God, my existence. So this, when Sri Ramakrishna says that doing all activities, you have to keep God in your awareness, God in your mind. That is, I am recollecting where am I rooted and what am I? So I drag that, my Chaitanic existence, as if to pervade my whole being. The moment I think of God, in the heart of my heart, it is the pivot on which I am dwelling. When I bring God to my mind, all activities, including my bodily maintenance, eating, drinking, living, life is that from pivot I am getting that Chaitanya radiated till the bodily extreme, to the skin. I am living. How am I living? Because that radiations of the pure, the absolute, the Chaitanya, the Lord's presence in me, in the core of my heart, is as a pivot. He is there, God is there. On this, my bodily existence is revolving, and this is projecting. I am making God. I am feeling God in the. What is meant by keeping God in the heart, keeping God in the mind? I am trying to bring this to your understanding. In heart is the pivot of my existence. In my heart is a pivot. Till now, what all we discussed is God as the pivot of my existence. So when I say God in, I am placing God in the heart. I am feeling His presence there as a pivot of my existence. And when I fill my mind with the presence of God, the all activities are getting divinized. All my perceptions are getting divinized. So everything is divine. And I am attending to all duties of my joyfully. Somebody is scolding, somebody is blaming me, so many things are happening which will shake a man in the world like anything. He has lost his job, he has nothing to eat, another thing is happening. So amidst this, how to remain calm and collected? Because these are all passing events. Even great suffering will go away. It will not stay forever. Great losses, I have experienced great losses, it will not stay. It will go away. Anything bad, misfortune, will go away. So also good end. Anything of this world will go away. So we have to hold on to that one thing which is unchanging, which is eternal, then only we will understand these are all passing events. Sukha dukkha hamase samarahe, mrityu garamota bhi to aa gaye, sukha dukkha hamase samarahe. Even when the death is coming, the sukha dukkha are equal to me. Everything in life. Because when you transcend and go beyond, you will see they are same. When you wake up from dream, you will understand whether it was happiness or misery in dream, it is same. Because after waking up, both are not there. Oh, it was all play of my mind. If you suffer also, it doesn't matter. When you wake up only, when you are in dream, it matters greatly. As long as you are in the world, it matters greatly. When you transcend and go beyond, it doesn't matter. Sukha dukkha becomes same. Because sukha is one experience of mind, dukkha is another experience of the same mind. Like sweet is a taste, bitter is also a taste. So there is no difference in material, in substance. As substance there is no difference. But in taste it is there. Taste difference is no difference when you see it as in material aspect. And when you see in the transcendental aspect, there is no difference. The difference is mind creates likes and dislikes. This likes and dislikes makes the difference. And this difference is to be transcended. How do you transcend? The likes and dislikes I throw away. I like some people, I don't like some people. I like some tastes, I don't like some tastes. Now, bitter leaf, neem leaf. It's so bitter to me, I can't eat. Sugarcane juice, I can take any amount. This is my likings and dislikings. But an insect which is eating sugarcane and an insect which is eating neem leaf. Neem leaf, there are insects which eats neem leaf. Both are food for them. The insects which dwell, which live on getting fed by neem leaves, it's a nectar for them. Same thing for the insect who is taking the ashraya of sugarcane. Both are food for different. As food, they are same. My likes and dislikes is making the difference between the two. In nature, there is no difference. So, God, the sages like Janaka performed worldly duties. They performed them bearing God in their minds, As a dancing girl dances, keeping the jars and trays on her head. How much awareness must be there? The awareness of its presence. Any small wrong movement will drop it down. So that much of perfection. So the thing is, don't forget God. The same thing Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mam anusmara yudhyacha. You have to fight. You can't escape. That is your bounden duty. So you'll have to do. But don't forget me in and through the war. Mam anusmara, not only smara. Smara is to remember. Anusmara means unbroken thought of the Lord. Unbroken. It's continuous like a stream. Your most beloved person is in the hospital on the deathbed. What will be your state of mind? Children have exams. They have to go and write exam. Where will be their awareness? From morning, from few days, they constantly in their mind, oh, exam is coming. Some kind of fear deep within. So that kind of awareness. Some whom I love is in the hospital. Oh, we are going to part forever. That awareness. I love someone is constantly in my mind. We are separated for some reason, and I'm enjoying the company in my mind. I want to regain totally. My awareness is filled with that person, like that God being in the mind. Your mind is occupied at all. There is unbroken thought. Everywhere we see there is unbroken thought. In case of whom I love in the hospital, in and through all activities, mind is there. A newborn baby and mother. Suppose even a 15 days child, if she puts in the cradle and goes for bath, her whole attention, the bathroom door will be half closed. She is taking bath behind the door with half door closed because she wants to know how is my child. That much of awareness. Same awareness with God in and through the that's called anusmara. Anu, without gap. It's constant remembrance of God. Ma manusmara yudhyacha. Be in the world, but don't forget me. Have not you seen how the women in northeast India walk talking and laughing while carrying water pitchers on their head? In those places, northwest, Haryana and all those places, above Gujarat, almost all women, they go to the river, fill their pots, they keep one on the head, one more on the over that, two in the armpits, and they will be talking and moving, which is impossible for us. From childhood they have practiced, but their whole awareness is even small pits and all when they are getting down, steps they are climbing or getting down. There is chance that it can shake and fall down, but it doesn't happen because a part of mind and awareness is there, kept on that. It is watching, it is balancing. Like that, you have to keep the mind on God. Neighbor, you just referred to the instruction of Guru. How shall we find him? Again, he takes Ramakrishna back to Guru. You have to follow the instruction of Guru, otherwise you will be losing your path, and to retrace the path, it takes so much of time. Sri Ramakrishna says, Guru's instruction you have to follow. Everyone will realize God, but you have to follow the instruction of Guru. He is asking, how will I find Guru? Where will I find my Guru? How shall we find him? Master, anyone and everyone cannot be Guru. A huge timber floats on the water and can carry animals as well. But a piece of worthless wood sinks even if a man sits on it and drowns him. Therefore, in every age, God incarnates himself as Guru to teach humanity. Satchidananda alone is Guru. When I was on the banks of Narmada, in a place called Ishwarpur, there was a small ashrama built. When I was staying there, one of the rainy seasons, heavy rains were there, and there are 2-3 dams across the Narmada river. And the dam doors were lifted. Floods came, huge floods. In one overnight, 19 villages were totally washed away. So, when we were in the rain was continuing, water was getting increased. From our ashrama where I was staying, we have to get down 40 feet below to reach the water on normal days. It started raising since morning. Sometimes it used to abate, get down. 10 or 12 feet it will go down, again start raising. By evening, it started coming up. We were all afraid. We are exactly on the bank of the river. Ashrama is exactly on the bank of river. So we were totally prepared. There was a cow and calf in the ashrama. Morning itself we sent away to the village at a higher altitude, small hillock-like. And then we were shifted Thakur's photo and all on the first floor. Only one room was there on the top. There we shifted all our clothing, this, that, food material, everything we dumped in that. And we were prepared to face the flood. And by evening, when we were doing Sandhyarti Khandana, Mother entered inside. Narmada water started flooding in. And we had to run. We offered our worship to, because river is entering for the first time inside the house where we were housed. So we did emergency worship, offering flowers. We had kept everything ready. Within few seconds we finished everything and started running away. It was pitch dark, nothing is visible, heavy rain. We are trying to hold the umbrella and there is no electricity, small lamps in the hand, and we do not know where we are keeping leg. Are we going towards the deeper water or away from the water? We do not know. One villager who was the earlier owner of the land in which ashrama is built, who has donated that land for ashrama, he was with us. And wherever he keeps his feet, we used to keep. Whether it is thorns pricking, both the slippers slipped away. Knee up to knee deep, the clay is there, mud is there, and we were walking through. And just 1.5 kilometers. We started at 7 o'clock from the ashrama and we reached there at 12 o'clock. We can't lift our leg, which is getting buried in that mud. Slash it is. One leg if you put, the other leg goes inside. We were like elephant caught in the mud. We were caught and we were walking through with great difficulty. Wherever his light is seen, we are behind him. And we went. We saw what is flood. So, in the flood, how the things will be there, you see. We saw animals traveling on the timbers. Each wooden piece, small piece also, hundreds of ants and insects are hanging on that. Big one, the rabbits, rats, all these are holding on to slightly bigger. And the deers are also getting mounted. Many animals are swimming and going with the flood, being carried away by the flood. I saw every bit of wood, and because of the weight of the animals, it is shaking up and down, up and down. So, in human selects a huge wooden log on which he mounts himself somehow to save his life. 19 villages at night it has flooded. Imagine what would be the state. Our ashrama, one building was totally filled, and white building became pitch dark when we went and saw next day. Insects has covered everywhere, snakes, varieties of snakes, green snake, blue snake, yellow snake, varieties, small, big, pythons, all are hanging wherever place is there to survive. So when I saw this wood carrying the biggest wood, the man is safe. He's sitting like sitting in a boat. It is not toppling, it is not wavery, it is just magnificently, it is floating. And so many people can sit on that. Some are sitting with their luggage also. So such was the houses get dislodged because they are wooden structures with tiles, earthen tiles, and everything goes away, the whole house gets lifted. Wood is floating, houses are floating in the water. For first time I saw houses floating in the floods, and boatsmen are busy in catching these things. Hull, plow is floating, tables and chairs, cots, all things are floating. They are trying to catch and bring. So this is but the huger, bigger the log, it is magnificent, unshakable. The flood is carrying it, it is just moving. So this is what Sri Ramakrishna expects. Guru must be able to carry the disciple to the end. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.